Hey Shark fans, it's your pal Ian here doing a special post-game video blog after the Sharks beat the Pittsburgh Penguins 2-1. But before I get into that, I want to say something else. If you've been reading the blog or paying attention, you'll know that I've been recently joined the RSEN family. What's RSEN? RSEN would be the Real Sports Entertainment Network. You can find the website at rsenreport.com. And this is where I have joined the family to write about the San Jose Sharks. So same stuff that I've always written. You're gonna still see the video blogs. You're still gonna see, the good, the bad, the ugly, the breaking it down. Just a new home for it, which I'm incredibly excited about, and I'm so honored that I was given the opportunity to be a Sharks blogger at RSEN. So I'm hoping that you guys all will follow me over there and definitely read a lot of the other stuff there too. There's a lot of really good articles over there, especially if you are a fan of other sports. Football, especially, seems to be a lot of great football coverage over there. Maybe not my cup of tea, but I know a lot of people that watch me do like football, so definitely give them a check it out, and obviously stick around for my Sharks coverage. All right, so that aside, let's talk about the game tonight, and we'll definitely do it in the good, bad, and ugly format. So tonight, Sharks win, beat the Pittsburgh Penguins 7-1 in the seventh round of the shootout. Tommy Wingles getting the goal, pretty awesome. So let's break this down. Let's start with the good, and there was a lot of good tonight. First thing I got to say right off the hop, Antti Niemi. Antti Niemi's kind of been my whipping boy on and off through the entire season, but tonight the man earned his paycheck. He was outstanding. Without Antti Niemi, we do not win this game. He made 39 saves, and many of them of the very, very difficult variety. What can I say? Guy was amazing tonight, and we would definitely not be there without Niemi, for sure. What else can we talk about? The second period, man, the second period, the Sharks gave the Penguins all that they could handle. Now, it wasn't the most even effort by the Sharks, but I thought that the second period for sure was the one where, San Jose just really came out swinging. Unfortunately, you know, we weren't able to put them away in regulation. But you know what? Doesn't really matter because Pittsburgh's they're not a conference team. So giving Pittsburgh a point doesn't really hurt us as long as we get the 2 points. That's really all that matters here. Also, not necessarily good about the Sharks, but if you missed this overtime period, you missed out, man. This was one of the most exciting overtime periods that I have watched in a long time. Just action everywhere, back and forth, on the edge of your seat stuff. Um, it's too bad that it didn't get settled in there because I'm not a huge fan of the shootout. But yeah, if you missed this game, you missed out because this might be one of the funnest games that I've watched this year. Outcome aside, I mean, I think this game would have, if the Sharks would have lost, it would have been disappointing. But it was a really fun game to watch. Okay, so let's talk about the bad because there definitely was some bad here. The Sharks kind of got schooled in the face-off circle, but when you're going up in the face-off dot against, the likes of Crosby, this kind of stuff is going to happen. Sidney Crosby finally scores a goal against the Sharks. I guess there's only one other team he hasn't scored a goal against now that isn't called the Pittsburgh Penguins. I thought the goal that he got, it was just typical defensive breakdown by the Sharks, and Crosby can shoot that backhander like with the best of them. So I don't really super fault Niemi on it. Kind of a defensive breakdown. It is what it is. All right, so there wasn't much, there wasn't really much bad. Kind of like I said, an uneven effort a little bit. I thought that, when you're playing a game against a team like the Pittsburgh Penguins, this is a team that's better than the Sharks, and they showed it. They were, there was times in the game where they were all over San Jose, especially. I thought they really kind of had their way with the Sharks' bottom lines a little bit more than I would have liked. Okay, so let's talk about the ugly giveaways. Giveaways always a problem with San Jose. So tonight the giveaways. If I just need to check my notes here quick. The giveaways, the Sharks gave away the puck 22 times, which is kind of high. The problem with those giveaways was 12 of them came in the first period, which was not a great period for the Sharks. I thought they were really, without Antti Niemi, this game might be over in the first period, which is scary. But no, he was really, really good. That the Sharks really came through. They fought back. They hung in there, and that's the thing with the Sharks. There was times where the Sharks just could have rolled over and died a few times this game when Pittsburgh was just dominating them all over the ice. But it didn't happen. The Sharks stuck with it, and they really got paid for their effort. You want to talk about the 60-minute effort? This is as close as we've probably one of the closest ones we've gotten all year, and I still say that with the effort being kind of uneven, but I think you don't want to take too much credit away from a very, very good Pittsburgh Penguin team, because they're a better team than the Sharks, and they really, when they wanted to exert their will, they gave the Sharks all they could handle. But the Sharks pushed back too, and they, when Pittsburgh let up a little bit, the Sharks were right there to get in there and really push the pace to their favor. So that's pretty much my thoughts on the game. That's kind of my good, bad, and ugly. Overall, final thoughts about the game. Again, this was an exciting game to watch. If you missed this game, you missed on a great game. Not because of the points and not because of the standings. Other than that, I mean, the Sharks, they got to keep going. Let's talk about the standings, because obviously that's the big thing with the playoffs coming that we need to worry about now is the standings. So, playoff standings. Here's the problem. Sharks got their 2 points tonight, but so did Vancouver. Vancouver is now up to 80 points. The Sharks move up to 84. Everyone they're chasing is still, winning, unfortunately. But the Sharks really, my advice, if the Sharks would ask me, which is a silly idea, but for argument's sake, if the Sharks asked me what they need to do from here on end, they need to keep winning, and they need to let the out-of-town scoreboard sort itself out. I know it's for them, and I'm sure they have to, and you have to scoreboard watch it this time of year. But if I'm them, all that they can do is they got to worry about the stuff they can control. They control the games they play. If they can beat the Pittsburgh Penguins, they can beat Nashville. Nashville's not, Nashville finally scored, got a win tonight in overtime against Arizona. Arizona's a dog crap team. The Sharks can beat Nashville. They can do it. All they need to do is just play like they did tonight, and they can beat Nashville, and they can get 2 more points. And then they have to play Chicago on, I believe, Saturday. They can win that game. They've beat Chicago already once this year. So the thing that matters now is the Sharks got to take care of their own business. They got to worry about getting their own 2 points and just hope that when it's all said and done, something happens to the out-of-town scoreboard that helps them out. If it doesn't help them out, you know what? I'm not fine with it, because obviously I want to watch playoff hockey, and I'll watch playoff hockey regardless. But I would rather watch the Sharks play playoff hockey, obviously. The Sharks need to just worry about what they're doing. They need to focus on their own 2 points. If the out-of-town scoreboard works itself out and they go through worrying about their own 2 points, the season will end bittersweet, but I can deal with that. If they just bomb out of the season, obviously that's going to be a tougher pill to swallow. So I'm hoping the Sharks can keep up these efforts. I'm hoping that we see more of what we saw against Montreal and Vancouver in Vancouver, and not Vancouver in San Jose, that we saw last game. And we continue, if we keep playing like the way we are, we can still make a run at the playoffs. Are the chances good? No, they're not good at all, guys. I wish I could tell you that the Sharks, this really opened up the door for them to go. Not so much. But, there's a lot of hockey left to play. Stranger things have happened. It's not over yet. And when it's over, this guy's going to tell you it's over. But until then, go Sharks. Thanks for watching. Again, check out, if you want to read my stuff can now be found at www.rsenreport.com. If you want to read previous blogs, I still am archiving them on my old blog site, which will be ianblogsharks.blogspot.ca. Still archiving stuff there. So if you ever miss an article and you want to go back and find it quickly, you can still find it there. Follow me on Twitter at ianblogsharks. Subscribe to the videos. I'm going to keep making them. So definitely do that. Anything else? I think that's it. So have a good night, guys. Bye.